Oh, welcome back to the Oscars Really Adventures YouTube channel. And yes, I know this is late, but I've had a few things going on. My nanny's ended up in hospital as she's broken her hip, and well, a few bits to sort out. So I'm sorry this is really late. However, I've done the best I can to get it as close to relevance as possible. Anyway, here are the final results for not just the final of Euro 2024, but the awards as well. And yes, as many of you may know by now, Spain did beat England 2-1. Trust me, this wasn't a video I was looking forward to making, but as I've recorded the entire tournament and followed the entire tournament and uploaded it, I've needed to complete it all, but Spain beat England 2-1, and following this result, Gareth Southgate resigned after a truly successful 8 years at the helm as England manager. On to the goal scorers, and Nico Williams opened the scoring for Spain on the 47th minute. Then England had to wait to the 73rd minute for their only goal of the game, scored by substitute Cole Palmer. And then Oyarzabal in the 86th minute put an end to things and sealed the win for Spain with a goal in the 86th minute. All of Spain's goals were fantastic, but it has to be said, England got dominated during this game, perhaps deserved considering on many people's books, we shouldn't have even been in the final. We were lucky. We had moments, yes, but Spain were by far the superior side going into this game, judging by what we saw in the rest of the tournament. In terms of the stats, England dominated possession with 66% possession, being dominated most of the game. England did have 16 shots to Spain's 9. However, Spain were a lot more clinical with their chances and did dominate in most areas across the pitch, despite not having the most possession. 6 shots on target for England, but most of them were wasteful and half chances and attempts at goal that had no chance of going in, where Spain actually took chances and shots on goal that were meaningful to the game. And in terms of the duels won, Spain did win most of the duels in the middle of the park with 55% in their favour. And Nico Williams wins the man of the match for this game, having dominated that left-hand side. He really ran the England fullbacks ragged, along with Lamine Yamal on that right-hand side. They were the thorn in England's side. Those two, they were brilliant all tournament and were fully deserved of their winner's medal. And we will move on to the key stats and awards, but just quickly, I want to say Spain really did deserve their win. I mean, obviously, as an England fan, hoping and praying England were going to win, but it just wasn't to be, and we were dominated at points in this tournament. We were playing sloppy passes, and we did get here just to the final because of fleeting moments, and Spain were the best side in the tournament. There's no doubt about that. A lot of the big nations underperformed in this tournament, and Spain were the ones that were consistent most of the time, and they were a joy to watch. Probably the best side to watch at the tournament. And who do you think will replace Gareth Southgate as the New England manager? Currently, the managers in the running are Mauricio Pochettino, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, although Jurgen Klopp has since pulled out of those rumours. Lee Carsley, the under-21 boss, who won the under-21 Euros last year with the country. And a couple of other names have thrown their hat in the ring in as far as the rumour mill goes, but I'd like to hear your opinions on who would you want and who do you think should replace Southgate. Having had a great tournament in the middle of the park for Spain and a very creative force and piecing that midfield together for the Spaniards, Rodri wins the official Best Player award But as my personal best player of the tournament, I have gone with a different Spain player, and I've gone with the attacking midfielder, Dani Olmo. With 3 goals and 2 assists, he was the joint top goal scorer along with 5 other players at this tournament. But I was pleasantly surprised by him. I think he's quite underrated. The RB Leipzig attacking midfielder will surely get a big move this summer. Not that Leipzig aren't a big club, but he will get a move to an even bigger club surely this summer off the back of a excellent Euros. And the manager of the season has to go to the Spain manager. He was relatively unknown coming into this tournament by the wider community of football, but he's certainly established himself as a top class manager, having won Spain their 4th European Championships. We'll run through the Golden Boot winners very quickly because just before the tournament, as we were approaching the end of the tournament, UEFA decided that instead of picking the Golden Boot winner on the player with the most matches played, they were going to share the Golden Boot if no one scored more than 3 goals. And that's exactly what transpired with all these players scoring 3 goals, starting with Dani Olmo, who we've already discussed. Jamal Musiala had an excellent tournament until Germany got knocked out in the quarter-finals. Pretty disappointing for them considering they were the hosts. Gakpo next, and he got 3 goals, helping the Dutch reach the semi-finals. This is arguably the most impressive of the Golden Boot winners, as Schranz, the Slovenia player, also has 3 goals, despite Slovenia going out in the round of 16. Despite not having his best tournament of the tournaments he's been with England over the last few years, many England fans agree on that statement, that is for sure. Harry Kane still walks away with 3 goals and a shared Golden Boot. Sorry to the Georgians out there if I pronounce his name wrong, but Mikel Arteta's wins the Golden Boot also with 3 goals. The player with the most assists, and Lamine Yamal has 4 assists in this one single tournament and is only 3 behind Cristiano Ronaldo's record of 7, despite only playing 1 tournament, where Cristiano Ronaldo has now played 6 tournaments. He's only managed to bag himself 7 assists in 6 tournaments, where Lamine Yamal in just 1 tournament has managed to get himself 4. With some really good saves made, Mike Maignan wins the Clean Sheet Golden Glove Award with 4 clean sheets for France. 15 goals scored. Spain were the top goal scorers, and with 2 goals conceded despite going out in the round of 16, I think it was, Belgium had the least goals conceded throughout the tournament. Georgia conceded the most goals. However, they did have an impressive tournament, as not many people expected them to make the round of 16 in their first ever Euros, but they did. The group stage shock was Croatia going out bottom of their group, albeit it was the group of death, and a very, very poor tournament in what could be a lot of their squad's last tournament, given the fact it's ageing. Surprise team were Turkey, being able to get to the quarter-finals and deep into the knockout stages, whereas the knockout shock, it was Germany. Despite them being the host, they did go out to Spain, who not many people fancied pre-tournament. Total goals scored in the entire tournament was 117 goals, and the most improved team over Euro 2024 it's the Dutch. They were quite poor in the group stage and barely scraped through in 3rd place in their group. But they did improve as the knockout stages went on. As previously mentioned, they made the semi-finals where they were eventually knocked out by England. They've given the best young player to Lamine Yamal after having an impressive tournament with a couple of really good goals. Clearly set up for a bright future as we see a new generation of footballers take the world by storm. And the result of Euro 2020, I'm going to go with Georgia versus Portugal. And the reason why is because this was very unexpected. This was the final game in the group stage, but it really did mean a lot as Georgia qualified unexpectedly. The biggest scoreline was Germany 5, Scotland 1 in the very first game of the tournament. Scotland getting thrashed by Germany. Germany looking rampant at the start of the tournament, which they were up until they got knocked out by Spain. Scotland were quite poor in this tournament though, only being able to get, I believe it was one win. My mistake, I don't think I thought Scotland won a game, but now I think about it, I think they only managed to get a draw against Hungary. Anyway, the biggest attendance was a Germany match, no surprise considering they were the hosts of this tournament. 2-0 win against Denmark for them in a match that had 61,612 people attending. It is worth noting that is excluding the final. Menyan starts the team of the tournament off for me. This is my personal team of the tournament, by the way. With a 4 clean sheets, he fully deserves to be in the goalkeeper position. Daisel Dumfries having a good good tournament down that right hand side to the Dutch. Also gets in there. Mark Gahey is partnered by William Saliba at the centre back positions. Mark Cucurella ran defences ragged with a good display at left back, pushing high up the pitch for Spain. Fabian and Rodri fully deserved to be in that midfield roles as they were brilliant during this tournament. Dani Olmo was exceptional during this tournament, as we've already discussed. He's in at the cam role, and it is dominated by Spain. The last 2 players to get into this side that are Spain players is Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. Both get in, having had brilliant tournaments where they ran defences ragged and the defenders would have had absolute nightmares. Jamal Musiala completes the team at that striker spot. Again, I'm really sorry this is late, but I've just been dealing with some family stuff. There will be more content over the next few weeks, however, it will be slowed down a little, and all the font for the graphics and that you see in this video will be next season's graphics for the Bristol City match vlogs. The only thing that will be different will be the background, of course, but the font and the font and the overall layout will be the same. Thank you very much for watching, not just this video, but my coverage of the entire tournament. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video.